DA in Herkimer County. Full disclosure, I am doing commercial work for his opponent, Mike Daly. Jeff Carpenter is the district attorney, and he is on the line now. Good morning, Jeff.
Good morning, Bill. How are you?
Good. Obviously, it's campaign time.
It is.
And we all know how much we all love that. So I know your opponent has been out and some commercials are running and making some accusations. We wanted to give you the opportunity to respond.
Sure, thank you. I appreciate the opportunity to address your listeners. Obviously, I'm running for re-election for my second term as district attorney. I'm doing so because the safety of Herkimer County residents is of utmost importance to me. We are safer in Herkimer County today than we were yesterday, and I want tomorrow to be even safer than today. When you look at the accusations by my opponent, and you see the common theme there, he's focused entirely on revenue. Obviously, his priorities when he was a district attorney is to use the district attorney's office as a revenue stream for the county and for programs such as Stop DWI, which then funnels money back to the district attorney's office. My focus, my priority is on public safety, and I think your listeners know, Mr. Keeler, that public safety, there's a cost to it, no question about it. And justice is not for sale in Herkimer County under my administration.
Do you go ahead?
Can I ask? When we spoke to Mr. Daly, one of the things he was saying is that low-level misdemeanor offenders are getting 6, 7, 8 court appearances. They're having to be transported all over the place, and that's thrown the budget out of whack. I'm paraphrasing part of our conversation. Will you react to that, though?
Well, it's affecting possibly the sheriff's budget, not the district attorney's budget. And as you know, we have a jail issue in Herkimer County right now where we're currently housing about 30 inmates on a daily basis in-house and boarding out the rest. When Mr. Daly was the district attorney, they had variances on the jail, and they were housing people. They were sleeping on cots in the day room. They were housing upwards of 60 people. So obviously, when you board out prisoners, and we're boarding out far more today than ever, there's a cost associated with that. But I guess the flip side to that is Mr. Daly's remedy for that problem is simply to let people out of jail. Now, the benefit there is it's cheaper for the taxpayers in Herkimer County, but the cost is public safety. You're clearly not safer when Mr. Daly is opening the jailhouse doors and letting people out than housing those prisoners in jail. So, again, it's a jail issue. There is a transportation cost associated with that. It has nothing to do with the district attorney's office. And court appearances are scheduled by the court. And there's a number of reasons why people go to court on more than one occasion. Some has to do with the case itself. Some has to do with their attorney scheduling, the court scheduling. So there's a whole myriad of factors that go into what affects a court appearance and how often that occurs.
Tell me how important, what part of the DA's job, obviously keeping the county safe is a part of your job, but how much of that lands on you, A, and B, there are a lot of these studies these surveys that keep coming out, and some of them are really they're just taking statistics, and some California real estate agent comes out and says Herkimer, New York is one of the most unsafe places in New York State. Where does this stuff come from, and how much of that can be on you?
Well, public safety I put entirely on my shoulders, no question about it. That's my job, and I work hand in hand and shoulder to shoulder with law enforcement every day to make sure Herkimer County is safe. Now, these other statistics and stuff that you're referring to, Bill, is pie-in-the-sky numbers. All the numbers that I use and that I'll quote to you and can prove to you come from the Division of Criminal Justice Services, which are the official statistics for crime rates, not only in New York State but nationwide.
And can you talk about those numbers?
Sure. For example, if you compare Mr. Daly's 9 years in office in the DA's office before he quit, the violent crime rate was 38% higher than it is under my administration. The index crime rate was 22.5% higher during Mr. Daly's tenure than it is under mine. So I think the voters in Herkimer County, they have two people running for office that both have a record. You can compare apples to apples. There's no question about it. But there's no question that 2014 and 2015 were the safest 2 years in Herkimer County going back to 1990, 25 years. I'm very proud of that. 2014 and 2015, the violent crime rate was the lowest in Herkimer County going back to 1992. Again, I'm very proud of that. So the voters in Herkimer County can look at the two individuals running for office, and they can compare the statistics officially kept by the Division of Criminal Justice Services, and they can say, are you safer today under Jeff Carpenter, or were you safer under Mike Daly? And the question is very clearly answered. You're safer today by far than you were when Mr. Daly was the district attorney.
Talking with Jeff Carpenter, the district attorney in Herkimer County, would you consider a debate sometime down the road?
So I'm considering all options when it comes to this. I certainly will fight to keep Herkimer County safe, and I'll do whatever it takes to accomplish that goal.
All right, Jeff. We appreciate you coming on. Thanks so much. All right,
Bye-bye.
Jeff Carpenter in Herkimer County. Quick break. Christine does news coming up next. Still to come, a $300 this week. Every time we do our free money question of the day, it's $300 out of Hobeika's pocket potentially. So each one is worth not $1, $2, or $300, but each one is worth $300, and we'll do one of those $300 questions of the day before we leave here at 9 o'clock. Sit tight. Coming right back at WIBX.
I'm Lex Friedman.